What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Is It OP on BlackTideTV, the series where we go through each of the DLC supply drop weapons in the current Call of Duty games as we come across them and discuss if they are overpowered or not, if you should be using them or not, and how you should be using them if you should be using them. Now, in yesterday's video, we took a look at the X-Eon assault rifle. I will link that video in the description down below and the cards in the top right corner if you're interested. The X-Eon assault rifle and VPR SMG, which we'll be reviewing today, both came out on March 28th for Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. These two weapons are 100% free, as I said in the X-Eon video. Very good work on Infinity Ward's part, really trying to suck it up to the community, and I really enjoy it. So these weapons are 100% free. If you have the Season Pass, you can use them right away. If you do not have the Season Pass, you will have to actually do some challenges to unlock these weapons. So the X-Eon challenges were described in that video, but to unlock the VPR, you'll actually have to use the X-Eon and play 12 matches and get at least one kill with the X-Eon in each of those 12 matches. So essentially, get the X-Eon unlocked and then use that X-Eon in 12 different games and you will easily unlock the VPR. So pretty simple to unlock this one. Should you unlock this one? Should you even bother using it once you use the X-Eon? Because between you and me, you should be getting the X-Eon and using that thing. It is pretty damn powerful. But should you actually stop using the X-Eon to switch over to the VPR or the VPR? Definitely not. The VPR is easily one of the worst weapons in the game at this point, in my opinion. It does not work as advertised. I feel like we've all been swindled here with that DLC trailer that came out where they discussed how the VPR is going to work and the robot guy was on there talking about how great it is and all that. It really is not that great. We've been swindled. It's like we've been talking to a used car salesman. It's like the waitress is flirting with us to get a better tip. This gun is shit. 100% all the way. It disgraces the memory of the MP5. You might not notice this by the in-game menu, but when you actually get it inside the game and you're actually using it in first person, it looks like an MP5. Like a classic MP5, but it totally disgraces the memory of the MP5 with how terrible it is. Let's just get started with, it's a 7 to 10 shot kill. Now, I'm not making that it's 7 to 10 shot kill. The weapon, like I said, doesn't work as advertised. Instead of putting double the firepower downrange, double the bullets going downrange, it doesn't do that. It actually splits the damage of one bullet between two bullets, and sure, you're firing twice as many bullets, but you're doing half as many damage with each bullet. See, when I first saw this weapon in the trailer, they were talking about, oh, you shoot double the bullets. This is going to be great. It'll be like a 2-shot kill. I'm like, fuck yeah, this is going to be the greatest SMG. There's a similar SMG in another first-person shooter that's out right now. And we will be discussing that in tomorrow's video and how that first-person shooter did it way better. But at the very least, I was expecting something vaguely similar to the weapon from that other game, which I will keep secret for now, although this will be fun. Head down to the comment section and see if you can guess which weapon and game I'm actually talking about. But I was totally let down with this VPR in Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. The weapon itself takes a ton of shots to kill. It defies the laws of physics. If you're actually aiming down sights, the two bullets that you fire at once come closer together, whereas if you hip fire, they spread further apart. So that doesn't make sense whatsoever. Like, just because you're hip firing doesn't mean the bullets are suddenly going to come out of the barrel sideways. I know Call of Duty's always had a problem with that, especially with sniper rifles with bullets coming out of the barrel sideways, but this gun literally defies the laws of physics. The barrels don't move. But when you're running around, you actually shoot your two bursts, your two bullets are really, really wide. And then when you're standing still but still hip firing, they're a little bit tighter. But then when you're aiming down sights, they're like super tight. I would highly recommend that you always aim down your sights, or you're probably going to miss most of your shots and get a ton of hit markers when you are hip firing with this weapon, because the two bullets are spread so far apart, you can actually run into situations where you're hip firing and both of your bullets will go completely right around the guy that you're aiming at. If there's somebody standing right directly in front of you and you're trying to fire at him, your two bullets might end up going right past him on either side and he will kill you. That's how useless this weapon is with its physics-defying bullets. Bullets do not curve around corners when they are projected with such force in a straight line. I'm sorry, Infinity Ward, maybe you've seen Wanted too many times, but cool concept, poor execution. This weapon, when hip firing, is like a poor man's claw. You're spraying and praying and not getting any kills. Now, when you're aiming down sights, there is an incredible amount of recoil, like so much recoil you would not believe with an SMG of this size. It's a tiny little gun and it's like throwing you backwards. There's so much recoil on this thing. probably because they say that you're firing 2 bullets at once when you're really not. The only 2 things this weapon really has going for are the iron sights, which are classic MB5 iron sights, and the magazine size, which is a really large magazine, and the magazine is also semi-broken, although I think it's just reinforcing the fact that you are splitting a bullet in half. Essentially, every time you pull the trigger and fire 2 bullets, it's using 1 bullet from the magazine. So magazine size is 40. If you fire 1 burst of 2 bullets, that magazine size goes down to 39. So it's like you're chambering a bullet, splitting it in half, and then shooting 2 bullets with that 1 bullet. So really terrible damage, really high recoil, really bad hipfire spread, really slow reload. Like, this weapon is really bad, and they really need to buff it to make it worth its while. Like, the weapon sucks. I would highly advise you stay away from the VPR at this point in time. I can see them buffing this at some point because it is not competitive with any other weapon in the game. Unless you are at like barrel stuffing range, you are not going to be getting easy kills with this weapon. That is it for today's video, guys. This is not an overpowered weapon. This is an underpowered weapon. Try not to use it if you can. Hit the like button, subscribe, let me know what you think about the VPR in the comment section down below, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.